Hello, I'm Teacher Lu. Let's begin our MPBOT 609 training. Today's topic is Mode Learning, Key Screen Programming. When we move this button to the middle, we select a key screen programming mode. We can see that when you push it to the middle, an icon like this appears on the screen. Then the screen quickly moves to the next area, which displays the programming module. This interface indicates that we can start programming. We can see that this is the initial display. Then, when programming, whatever program you press will appear on the screen, line by line. We can program up to a dozen pages, so hundreds of lines are no problem. It's worth noting that, generally, during programming, a thick line will appear below the icon of the last programming button. This indicates that the program will continue from there. In programming mode, this line also tells us that you are programming, not running the program. Therefore, we will understand when programming and running the program in the demonstration later. It's actually quite simple. Just look at the line below. Is it a dotted line or a thick line? If the line is dotted, it means the program is running, and you cannot modify it. You must exit the program to make changes. If the line below is thick, it means you are editing, and you can continue writing the program. Okay, let's look at this in conjunction with the controller demonstration and further understand the key screen programming mode. The screen is currently in real-time mode. Now, I'll push the button to the middle, and you'll see the icons on the screen change, entering the programmable interface. This means we've switched to key screen programming mode. These are the buttons that can be programmed. I just connected the motor A and motor B here. Port C is connected to the infrared sensor, and port D is connected to the light. We can try out the usage of each button in turn. For example, now I want motor A to rotate. This is forward rotation, meaning it will rotate clockwise. This is reverse rotation, meaning it will rotate counterclockwise. When I click it, the screen will show forward rotation for 1 second. Then, if I click the Run button, it will rotate for 1 second and stop. And this is the Delete button. If I've written a program and want to delete it, you see, I can't click it directly, right? So, what do I need to do? I exit the program using this button. When we see a thick white line appear below the icon on the screen, we can delete the program. Next, I can make motor A rotate clockwise for 1 to 9 seconds by clicking the button 1 to 9 times consecutively. If I want it to rotate continuously, I can click the button 10 times quickly. When the icon turns into an infinity symbol, it will rotate continuously. Then, click Run. The motor will keep rotating and will not stop automatically until I click Stop and enter the mode shown on the screen, which means it stops. This is the movement of a single motor. If you want motor A to rotate clockwise, press this button. To rotate counterclockwise, press this button. The same applies to motor B. This button is used to stop and can be used in conjunction with other buttons. If I want both motors to rotate simultaneously, I can delete this first. This is the forward icon. This is the backward icon. This is the left turn icon. And this is the right turn icon. The principle is that the two motors move in different directions. I will now show you how to move forward for 1 second. Okay, actually, during operation, this motor rotates clockwise, and this motor rotates counterclockwise. So why are their directions different? Because generally, when we build a car, we build it to both sides. So the directions are different. Then we can write out the forward, backward, left turn, and right turn commands, and then run them. It starts by turning inward, then leftward, then both to the left, and then both to the right. In this case, we are essentially programming the different directions of two motors. Similarly, if we want continuous motion, we can click 10 times consecutively. Next, let's look at the infrared sensor connected to the C port. First, delete the previous program. Now the infrared sensor is connected to the C port. When I click once, an icon consisting of several small circles appears on the screen, indicating that I'm currently using the infrared sensor. Then, if I trigger the infrared sensor, click this button to make it rotate for 1 second, and then click the Run button. It will wait to run the program. When an obstacle appears in front of the infrared sensor, it will trigger the program and rotate. Okay, now what if I'm not using the infrared sensor but the sound sensor? I need to reconnect the cable to the sound sensor first. Before writing the program, delete the previous program. Then, still using the C port, I need to click twice quickly in succession, and the sound sensor icon will appear on the screen. Then click the Rotate button, and then click the Run button. Because my voice is relatively loud, it starts rotating. Click Run again. Okay, like before, we can trigger it with different sounds such as clapping or speaking. But note that it must be triggered while the program is running. That's how to use the sensor. If you are connected to the D port, you can use this button to program it. Let's take a look at these two lights. The lights also have C and D ports. The green light we just saw was connected to the D port. You only need to press the D button once, and this icon will appear on the screen. Pressing it twice will turn it off. If I run it like this, it will just flash briefly because there's no interval between turning the light on and off. We can modify it slightly. If we want the light to be on for a while, we can press this button and then turn it off. Then we can run the program. This way, we can control the light state by the execution time of the intermediate program. And this button is the buzzer. This buzzer is built into our controller. Let's try out the buzzer's effect. When you click once, it programs the note Do. Clicking twice quickly programs the note Re. We can write a short piece of music this way. Okay? It will produce different sounds. For example, if you want to program Twinkle Twinkle Little Star, you can program it according to the sheet music. If you click this button quickly, it increases the pitch. But if you pause or wait while pressing, a new note will appear on the screen. Okay? We can program it this way. Then, if I want to change the speed of the motor, I can click this button to change the speed. This one on the screen is low speed, and this one is high speed. There are two speeds. After changing the speed, the same motion will change. See, when you switch to low speed, it slows down. Okay? This is the speed adjustment button. Okay, so after we've written a lot of code, when we get to the next page, we can use the Page Up button to go back to the previous page, and we can use the button on the left to move and select the area we want to operate on. For example, we can select a program icon and then delete it. Then there's a small part of the controller buttons here. Our loop hasn't been used yet. Okay, let's clear the code first. We'll write a loop at the very beginning of the program and an end loop at the end. Clicking twice will loop twice. Then, we'll add a 1 second rotation of the motor and then end the loop. This program will make the motor rotate continuously for 2 seconds. If we want it to loop 8 times, it will rotate for 8 seconds. Clicking once will loop continuously. If you click the button quickly, you can change the number of loops. This is the basic application of the key screen programming mode. We will continue to update with training videos. Thank you for watching.